York. This is Steve with Empire Industries. And today I want to talk about is something that a lot of property management companies don't like to talk about. And that's the reason why so many investors don't like property management companies. I think one of the things, the biggest challenge, I'm an investor myself. I understand why investors don't like property management companies is because there's no perceived value, there's lack of communication, there's overcharging, and there's keeping investors in the dark. One of the reasons I even created a company is because I could not find a reputable property management company that could handle my own personal portfolio of properties. I think one of the biggest challenges, in my opinion, is first of all, they don't have a business plan. So whatever property management company you do choose, you want to make sure that they understand that they are just basically working for you, and you, as the investor, are really the CEO of the company. And what I mean by that is you want to make sure that you have a business plan first. So before you even hire a property management company, you need to make sure that you have a business plan, and you need to make sure that you know what your goals are, and maybe sit down and write out what your short-term, long-term goals are, and that way you know what you're looking for. This also is important to identify what kind of properties you want. So when you're looking for your property management company, you want to make sure that, number one, do they manage properties in the type of properties that you manage? Let's say, for example, you have a high-end property that rents for $5,000 a month, but the companies you're talking to only manage properties that are $800 a month. Well, there may be a challenge there with giving the kind of service. So you want to make sure that whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to accomplish, that the property management company is aligned with you. And a lot of times people just pick property management companies on price. And unfortunately, price is not always a way to save money. Sometimes that's the best way to lose money, is by picking a company solely based on the fact that you think they're cheaper. And let's face it, we all know that cheaper is not always cheaper. So when you're looking for a management company and you're here in the Fort Worth area, make sure that, number one, you have a business plan. Make sure you know what your long-term goals are, so that when you're looking for your type of property management company, you can ask them, what kind of properties do you manage? Do you align with my goals? Because if they don't align with your goals, then they may not be a good fit for you. So a lot of times I know people that will look for property management companies and they'll do it solely based on price. And as an investor, I did that as well. The problem is you get what you pay for, and sometimes that's not always the best thing. When you have several $100,000s tied up in a property management, in a property, you don't really want to leave that to a property manager that's doing it for the cheapest thing. Because here's the thing you want to think about. If a company is the cheapest, are they reinvesting into their staff? Are they helping educate their staff to be better managers? Are they investing in software? Are they looking at state-of-the-art technology? One of the reasons I created a company is because I wanted to be able to deliver the same service that I expected as an investor, and that same service is helping me with my goals. I don't want someone just collecting my rent. I want someone that I can sit down with and I can say, hey, Steve, my portfolio is not really doing what I wanted it to do. What do you suggest are my options? How do I get that portfolio to start making me money? Because if it's not making you money and it's not progressing, then you need to make a decision. Do I sell the property? Do I put some capital improvements in it? Is there something going on in the area that I can't help? That, to me, is what a property manager should do, and that's what we do. We want to sit down and have those intelligent conversations with you and maybe say, look, you're not going to get wealthy with just one property. It may need to be 3 properties based on your goals. And again, it goes back to your goals. And so these are the kinds of things that you want to look for when you're looking to hire a property management company, is strategic alignment. Do you guys align with your ideological goals of investing? If they just say, hey, I don't know, I just collect rent, I don't know anything else, I can't help you, that's not really helping you achieve your goals, because just collecting rent is not the end game here. The end game is wealth, and the end game is being able to do it in multiplication. And if they're just collecting rent, they're not helping you with that. Also, make sure you want to ask them, what is your average make-ready time? What is your average cost to fix a property? How long are your properties vacant for? These are questions you want to know. Also, if they don't know their numbers, that's another good indication that they maybe don't run their business properly, and you want to make sure that you're looking at that. So there's a lot of things you want to look at when you're talking to property management companies. Ask them what their eviction rate. Are they a part of NARPO, National Association of Residential Property Managers? Pete, my business partner, is on the national board for them. So we have some level of authority and some ability to help our investors with state-of-the-art information of what's coming out. What software do they use? Do they reinvest in the software? Do they reinvest into their staff? Because again, just collecting the rent on a spreadsheet and a piece of paper is not what you want. That's not going to help you accelerate your goal for wealth if that's what you're trying to do. If you just have a property and you're trying to, maybe you're going out of town, maybe you're looking to come back to the same property, that's another question. How do you make sure that the tenant maintains my property so that I don't get it back as a big mess? Do you have any assurances? So we have our 100% owner satisfaction, love us or leave us. We want to work with Fort Worth investors and Fort Worth landlords that are looking for a synergistic relationship. The other question is, how do you guarantee the tenant? Do you have some kind of warranty? So we have a 12-month tenant placement warranty. What we do with that is we make sure that any tenant that we put in the property is going to stay in the property. It's very important. If they don't stay in the property, we will go ahead and we will cover the cost of releasing the property on us, not on the investor. Why? Because as investors, we know one of the biggest challenges is forecasting your revenue. If you can't forecast your revenue, you're not going to know if it's what it's worth. We do a lot of help to our investors to try to solve these problems. One of them is our 12-month tenant placement. So again, like I said, the long and short of this is if you're going to hire a property management company, make sure you do your homework. Don't just go with the cheapest person. Do some homework. Talk to the owners. Talk to the people. Make sure that you are picking the right partner, not just on price. And again, it's all about strategic alliance. And our thing is we want you to be the CEO of the company, and we are the operating system of your company. We're the ones that are making stuff happen through our processes, through our procedures, through our systems, and this is how we help you be successful. So if you're in the Fort Worth area, you want to talk to a property management company, and you want to see why some people don't choose other property management companies and why so many people choose Empire, give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you. Bye-bye.